Zilla with Jamaican energy. Checking in real quick. A few discussions. Um, just to make it clear, I have tried on many occasions to get people who would differ in their opinions, in differ with my opinions, um, to speak on the topic. For some reason, it's easier for them to just shoot down whatever you said or your opinion without entertaining a conversation. I was once one of them, so I'm not really in a position to judge anybody. However, I've learned over time to encourage conversations because you might learn something that either you didn't know or you get to see things from a different perspective. Because oftentimes only a fool do the same thing different ways and expect different results. So I wouldn't want, because of my lack of knowledge on a particular topic, I am boxed in and lean onto my own understanding. Because even the good Bible tell you that don't lean onto your own understanding. But that's for another day. Um, One of the topic I've listened somebody. Many people might not agree with him, and like I say, I don't agree with everything he say. But who am I to judge him? But that brother Kevin Gates, um, I'm not in a position to judge him based on what he is experiencing, what he has gone through, and what has made him who he is. Right. So I always try to understand rather than to be understood, if that makes sense. So the word nigger, I can say, or this is my understanding, I do not speak on behalf of all Jamaicans, any other Jamaican, I'm speaking on behalf of me. I am from a society, or my part of society that I grew up in, I don't know what racism is. Classism, yes. The light skin, the dark skin, the money, the no money, the school. We understand all that. So, in me coming here, I'm from a place where I have one of my best friends. He's somewhat German. He's proud of his German heritage. I still call him my nigga. Because for me, or for us, saying, hey, that's my dog, that's my nigga, is bro, that's my friend. That's how we see it. So me coming here, it took me a while before I even realized, because my people would say to me like, bro, you cannot just throw that word around because people see it as being offensive. I am in a new place, so I understand, right? So I've gone and I've watched some interviews or some just general statement from people like I think one of the most predominant one is Marcus, not Marcus, Malcolm X. When he's speaking on behalf of us or he's speaking, he uses the word Negro. So I dived into it more, and modern day black people, especially here in America, right? They see the word as being offensive because it reminds them of what the slave masters used to call black people, and it's a derogatory term. That's your opinion. I understand, right? Our forefathers, and let me put this out there. I am Jamaican, right? I am not African. My ancestors were. I have a grandmama by a paternal grandmama. She's almost white. So with that passed down, I am not 100% of African descent. My ancestors came from many nations. I can admit that, right? It's no problem. That means I'm a diverse individual, right? I have taken into consideration because recently I've been tagging or I'll label my post BOJN. That means to me big old Jamaican nigga, right? No, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not speaking to anybody specific. The messages, many or many. Um, I would love to have a conversation with some of those people who saw it fit to point out to me that me using the word nigger is offensive. So I don't want any one person to take it up on himself and think that I am referring to them. The messages were many. Not many, but a few, right? And I realized it wasn't, the communication wasn't to solicit a conversation. The communication was to tell me that I am wrong and it's not going to be accepted. Again, I have grown. Probably who know me over the past couple of years would like, boy, he gonna go off or no, I've learned to I listen more. So when I come to a conclusion, I can stand on it with little or no correction needed. Our ancestors, especially I can speak from mine, they earned their freedom. They fight for it. They didn't wait on anybody to present it to them. They went and they got it. Just like my Haitian brothers. They got theirs. Not got, they worked for it, they earned it, right? Our ancestors did all that for us to be free of these triggers that they use to trigger us daily. And I see it happen daily, yearly, every day you see it. How long are we gonna ride this nigger train? To feed our rhetoric? It is been misleading us so long to a point where other people of other races started and controlled Black Lives Matter. It's not governed by black men, right? But yet we jump on it because as a people, we've become, we've moved away from kings and queens as we're taught that they robbed us of it. We came to a new land. We were strong, resilient, we survived. I don't think any other people could survive it. We did because it's for a reason. That was our generational or our race's struggle. We survived. We should be proud, right? When did we move away from kings and queens and warriors to victims? Why are we painting ourselves now after our ancestors didn't try to be victims, didn't pretend, didn't do all that? They became victims. They put themselves on the line so we can be here, so I can sit here and do this, what I'm doing, right? And until an American who is deep in the American way of life can entertain a conversation with me, so I can say it from my perspective and what I know from being from the islands, and we put it. That is why the name Jamaican Energy was so pivotal, because I wanted somebody here who's versed on American history and can explain certain things to me that I probably don't understand or I don't see it that way. So I can communicate with him from my perspective and they can, so we can have something fruitful, something that we can be proud of, right? I cannot find such person. Yet I'm constantly being told I'm wrong. When I'm giving you an opportunity to entertain a conversation, right? When are we gonna stop being victims? When are we gonna stand up and not think that anybody or any other race owes anything, right? But earn our place. As one thing they cannot deny, bro, when you show out, no matter what they think, they have to give it to you. And I've learned that in my everyday, in my job, in my just coming here, right? And if you should go and check the followers that I got, without even me putting much content, or they don't really know about me, it's 60 to 75% other races other than my own. And I'm saying that to say this. I have had a gentleman who is of African descent, American, African American. You go on his page, he got all the things to do with Africa, and he's so pro black, right? He got on the page. I sent him an invitation to like the page. He sent me a message saying, why would he be interested in what I have going on? I said to him, sir, I am not here to convince you to follow me. I am merely seeking an audience with people who can explain certain things to me that I don't understand or I don't seem to understand. So, are you willing to be a part of a discussion that can clear up certain, because you are so pro African, you are so for the black community, Black Life Matter, right? Again, I don't have an issue with that. That's cool. That's you can, if that's what you do, right? I have a picture with a food truck that I took a picture with. Some It was a nice little budding business. I tried the food, it was great. So I said, let me post and let me at least put them on a platform, right? This dude said to me, I can't wait to try your food. I said, sir, I must apologize, but you're mistaking me for somebody. I do not operate a food truck. His response was, oh, so you just stand beside other people food truck and take picture. Never mind. So you didn't message me with the intent of us creating a platform for us so we can have important dialogue about us. You wanted food. So you led the way with your stomach. So if I had a food truck, you being a foodie, you would have came to the truck and expected samples to go follow the Jamaican energy. The food is good. But because it's not about your interest only, you didn't have nothing to do with it. That's why I say in my country, I am not used to racism. If we're cool, we're cool. If we're not, we're not. That's just what it is. I have had so many people who I consider to be friends, who is always ready to, yeah, let's have this discussion, have what? And I've been waiting on probably 4 months. And you realize I'm here by myself because everybody wanna tell me how to move, how to do my platform, what don't fit with them and what they're trying to do, yet nobody took the time out to ask me, bro, what is it? It is yours. What is it that you want to do? Why is it that we are so pro this, pro that, pro this, pro that, right? But when it comes down to support, it's lacking. and we blame everybody else when the problem is looking us in the mirror. It goes back to untested loyalty. I was just watching the live with Brandon Marshall. He's the, I would say, the owner of the I Am Athlete. It seems that they have some other business and stuff, but that's his brand. And they had some other people who did podcasting and stuff. And I guess they split up, and I'm listening to it. They're making money off it. Me, bro, it's just fun for me. If you get to a point where it's becoming, if I can monetize, why not? Sure, because I did spend money to set everything up. New computer, new phones, new. I did spend some money. So if I can recoup my money, why not? Sure. But I do have a 9 to 5 that I use to take care of my family, right? And it's always a, yeah, bro, when you're ready. And when I hit them doors, it's this or that or. It's always some story which I am accustomed to. Because you know why? I'm dealing with my people, or people who are supposed to be my people, black people. I have a discussion that I want to have, but I want it to be again recorded live. Because I feel like some genuine feelings and some genuine emotions is gonna flow through it. And I wanna sit back and watch to see why am I considered um angry or loud whenever I speak my truth. Right? So this for me is also an experiment. And I'm an introvert by nature. I'm not very friendly, but I'm a great friend. Can be a great friend, right? So I'm waiting on that conversation to take place. It probably will never happen, but I'm open to a conversation. So what Brandon Marshall was saying, and I've listened both sides. Why you think you have to tear down? Again, I'm only going off what I just heard on Brandon Marshall's live. Why y'all have to try to tear him down to build up yourself? When is it that black people can say, hey, or why couldn't the other side say, hey, Brandon, you've been doing this a longer time. You have these endorsements, you have those deals, you have this set up. How do you go about doing that? So we can build our platform. Why? One of these days we can have a grand episode with the pivot and I am athlete. Everybody recording, boom, and we talk as men. And if not saying we gotta be friends, bro, we gotta get back to being friends, but have an understanding that maintain the respect. Because you have to understand, bro, this only happen within us. And it's easy for us to jump up and it's pro black and it's Black History Month and it's this and it's that. Some of us never had a bright idea a day in our life. But as soon as your little partner come up with an idea and start a little thing, you stick on to him acting as if you're gonna help him or you're interested in what he's got going on. Only for you to be trying to learn what he knows or to develop your courage to go try to mimic his idea. When as a people we're gonna start eating from a table that we didn't provide something to, or we're not willing to contribute to, but we're willing to, when the food is prepared, to eat from that table. And we'll never be there for the setup. We don't help buy the food. We don't set the table. We eat and then we want to leave. When are we going to get away from that before we start talking about a simple word as nigga that have everybody with their panties in a bunch? From juveniles catching fades to people shooting each other in the street to people going to court over the word nigga. When are we gonna realize what the ancestors did and realize it's a word that we should use as endurement, a word that we should stop trying to use and make it as it's a it's a word for to victimize us. When are we going to look on the positive side? They died being who they were for them to claim they're going to disrespect us by calling us nigga to stand proud, look them in the face and tell them, I am. When? Right? So, no disrespect, like I say, I'm not here to call out anybody. I'm not here to talk down on anybody. I'm not here to, I'm just here to say my understanding of the word nigga or what I see the word nigga is different from y'all. And I'm willing to entertain a conversation for somebody to prove me wrong. Because gone are the days when I'm going to allow myself, my mind frame, to see the glass as half empty rather than half full. So if you think you're going to see me in the streets and you feel like you're going to disrespect yourself and call me nigga and I'm going to put my hands on you because you call me a nigga, I'm going to hurt you. As soon as you say nigga, yes, I am. Big old Jamaican nigga. Then what? It's just like when people gas up to argue with you, ready for a conversation, and everything they say, you answer them with a okay. I understand. Or okay. You realize how the demeanor change, how small they get. We need to get away from that. We're kings, we're queens. Let's celebrate. It's time to celebrate who we are rather than always, constantly, every chance we get to think about what they did to our ancestors. They died to free us. They died so we can enjoy these benefits. When are we going to start enjoying it? The sacrifices that they made for hundreds of years. When are we as a people going to stop letting these other people rob us of those sacrifices and start enjoying us, pour into us, rather than let them keep making us feel like we're less than them? Because every time you react when they call you that word, you're being controlled. When are we going to really cut the great Bob Marley, Robert Nesta Marley, speak on it and he says, none but ourselves can free our mind. So even though they don't have us in those chains and those shackles anymore, they still have a bunch of us mentally chained. And they're using a word. That word, nigga, y'all letting it be used as the biggest shackle that they continue to use to hold us down. When are we going to move away from that? When are we going to hold each person accountable? Not on race, not on color, but for who they are. When are we going to realize that we do more hurt to us than all them people we all trying to blame and call us that word? I'm here to tell you all this. I'm not going to say it again. I am Jamaican. Big old Jamaican nigga. Big old Jamaican nigga. And I embrace that. I am not a victim. I am a survivor. My ancestors made sure through my lineage that I am here. I am strong. I am free. So no more with this mental bondage. No more are you going to use a word to control me and control my children and my children's children. No more am I going to allow y'all to take away from the sacrifice my ancestors made. By calling me a nigger, you're not going to trick me out the streets. I'm not going to allow you to mentally control me, because anybody who can say something to you and get you to react, they have some mental control over you. And as a people, as black people, as we like to say, Black Lives Matter, all of that are rhetorics that we get up and we use to victimize ourselves, to make ourselves seem like we are victims. When are we going to stand on the sacrifices that were made to make sure we are free? When are we going to start enjoying our freedom? I need answers for these questions for all those who think we're still under these bondage. I respect everybody's opinion. However, the decision is mine. And I choose to be a survivor, to be strong, to create my own destiny, to create my own fate. I choose that for myself. I'm not going to be controlled by words and rhetorics because it's easy not in today's world to play a victim, to be soft, to be weak. I am not him. I am a champion. I am Jamaican. My descendants were strong, they survived. So I can sit here and freely express myself however I see fit. Right? Quickly before we leave, this I see it's trending now with the Money Bagyo and Harry Fletcher thingy, and I guess people are mad at Money Bagyo for um getting back the car that he purchased her when they were together. That's another topic I'll try to cover, but it's just let me just leave it here for tomorrow's discussion. He ain't did nothing wrong. You keep my property, that expensive property, under the condition that you're my woman, you're my partner. If you decide that you no longer want to be my woman, my partner, you have no right to my property. You forfeit that right. So that's just my say on it. I'll try to get into it more tomorrow. It's getting dark and I hate inside the house. It's so hot. But just pay attention to what I said. You can go watch it, tell a friend. I encourage all type of feedback. And like I say, you can skip the criticism and the disrespect and you can skip that. I ain't got time. That was probably me 10 years ago. I would entertain that. So you can skip all the disrespect and all the whatever you think. But if you cannot, hit my DMs. Let's have a conversation. Tell me your side. Let's come to an agreement. As usual, Zilla with love. So let's do this again sometime when we have some more time. And I look forward to hearing from y'all. Whatever it is, we can have a discussion. Let's hop on. Let's talk. All right. Good night, man. From the 876. Still big old Jamaican nigga. Salute. Let's get it.